Have you ever felt trapped in a life you didn't choose? Have you ever loved someone, but not in the way you were supposed to? This is a story about truth, heartbreak, and courage. The story of a woman named Luna, who married a good man, Mr. Joy, but never loved him. If you stay with me, you'll hear the story of a marriage that looked perfect from the outside, but hid a secret pain inside. It's a story about honesty, difficult choices, and discovering who we truly are. This is Luna's story, and it might make you question everything about love and marriage. Sometimes in life, we make choices we think are right, but our hearts quietly scream otherwise. My name is Luna, and this is my story. I married a man everyone thought was perfect. Mr. Joy, a kind, caring, successful man. But I never loved him. And the truth is, living that lie broke me more than I could ever imagine. Stay with me, because this story isn't just about love. It's about honesty, heartbreak, and discovering who I truly am. I first met Mr. Joy at work. Everyone adored him. He was charming, always helping others, the type of man women dream about. I felt safe around him, admired him, but love? That never grew in my heart. I remember our first conversations. He talked about his dreams, his family, and the little things he enjoyed. I smiled, nodded, laughed, but inside, I felt a strange emptiness. It wasn't that I disliked him, I just didn't feel that spark everyone calls love. We started dating slowly. I told myself it would grow into love, that I could learn to love him. Friends encouraged us. He's perfect for you, they said. And maybe they were right. But deep down, I knew something was missing. I remember the first time he held my hand. I felt nothing, and I hated myself for feeling nothing. I wanted to feel something, anything, but my heart was silent. Months passed. We went on casual dates, coffee runs, walks in the park. People around us seemed happy, always commenting on how well we matched. And I really tried to convince myself that love could grow, but it didn't. My heart stayed quiet, my emotions distant. Then one evening, he got down on one knee. I said yes. Everyone was happy. My family was thrilled. His family was overjoyed. But in that moment, I wasn't thinking of a future together. I was thinking, how long can I keep this up? The wedding was beautiful, a dream to the outside world. People smiled, clapped, and cheered. Friends took photos, family hugged us tightly, and everyone said how perfect we were together. But inside me, a storm was brewing. Every smile I faked, every "I love you" I whispered, felt like a betrayal to him and to myself. At first, everything seemed fine. We laughed, shared meals, went on trips. He was attentive, caring, a dream husband. People would say, "You two are perfect together." But perfection doesn't equal love. I tried. I tried to feel something real. I kissed him, held him close, whispered, "I love you." Nothing came, and I hated the emptiness I felt. Then came the guilt. Guilt for marrying a man who deserved a love he could feel. Guilt for being trapped in my own mind. Guilt for pretending. I remember sitting alone at night, listening to the soft hum of the city outside our apartment. I thought about what love really meant, about the life I had chosen, and about the man sleeping beside me who had given his heart completely. And I realized Love can't be forced. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. We moved into our first house together. Decorating it was supposed to be fun, a fresh start. He was so excited, picking out furniture, colors, small decorations. I smiled, helped him hang curtains, arranged flowers. And yet a part of me felt like I was living someone else's life. I tried to explain my feelings once, carefully, softly. I told him that sometimes my heart felt distant. He looked worried, reached for my hands, and said, "We'll figure it out together." I smiled, grateful for his patience, but deep down, I knew there was nothing we could do. My heart wouldn't change. I remember one night, sitting on the balcony, watching the stars, feeling the cool wind on my face. I thought about the future. Him, children, anniversaries, birthdays. I felt nothing. I wanted to feel something, and the emptiness terrified me. We tried talking more, taking weekend trips, attending parties together. Everywhere we went, people complimented us, called us the perfect couple. And I kept pretending to laugh, pretending to be in love, pretending to be happy. But inside, my guilt and sorrow grew heavier every day. I loved his kindness, his care, his loyalty, but I didn't love him, and that truth was eating me alive. There were moments I almost wanted to leave, but the thought of breaking his heart made me hesitate. I watched him sleep some nights, thinking about how pure and real his love was, and I felt tears well up. I cried quietly, not wanting to wake him. I cried for the life I had trapped myself in, and for the love he deserved that I couldn't give. Months turned into a year. The distance between us grew, not because he stopped trying, but because my heart stayed silent. We had arguments, not over big things, but over small miscommunications. They were signs, reflections of my inner turmoil more than anything else. One evening, I realized the truth I had been avoiding. Love cannot be faked. It cannot be created by kindness alone. Love is a feeling, and I didn't feel it for him. I tried imagining a life with him, imagining a future filled with children, laughter, anniversaries, and quiet nights together. I tried to convince myself I could learn to love him, but every scenario felt hollow. I couldn't keep lying. Not to him, not to myself. I had to choose. Stay comfortable and live a lie, or face the pain of honesty. The thought terrified me. I thought about hurting him, losing him, breaking my family. I thought about loneliness, about shame, about judgment. But honesty, I realized, was the only path forward. Living a lie would destroy us both eventually. I needed to be brave. I needed to face my heart. The night I told him, I'll never forget. I sat him down, hands shaking, tears streaming down my face. I told him everything, that I didn't love him, not in the way he deserved, not in the way I thought I could. His eyes filled with confusion, shock, and pain. He asked me why, begged me to stay. I cried too, not for me, but for him. For the man who had given everything, while I couldn't give him my heart. We parted. It was painful, heartbreaking, but necessary. I realized love isn't about being good to someone. It's about connection, passion, and feeling alive together. Mr. Joy will find someone who truly loves him. And I will learn to love myself first. And maybe one day, love someone fully, truly. Now, years later, when I reflect on it, I understand that this painful truth shaped me. It taught me courage, self-awareness, and the importance of honesty. If this story taught me anything, it's that living a lie only hurts more in the long run. Be brave, face your heart, and never settle for something that doesn't feel real. Thank you for listening to my story. If you have ever been in a situation like mine, remember, you are not alone. Share your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe for more real, emotional stories every week.